Remember the old adage, do it in writing or it didn't happen? Well, that's a lesson some churches are learning the hard way. The Idaho Supreme Court has struck down several critical church actions because they were taken informally. That means without following the church's own rules and procedures. And the court ruled that when a church takes actions affecting its governance contrary to its own bylaws, those actions are void. For church leaders, that can be tempting. Maybe a big building project, or a personnel decision, or a change in how the church is governed. Sometimes it's easier just to take a vote on the steps rather than going through all the required processes. But as the Idaho Supreme Court has warned, don't take the easy way out. Churches, like other organizations, must follow their own rules. If a church wants to make changes to its governing documents or take other actions affecting its governance, it must do so according to the procedures outlined in its bylaws. That may mean calling a special meeting or having a vote by the congregation or getting approval from a board of trustees. But here's the key. Those actions must be documented. Without documentation, it's difficult to prove that the vote took place or what was actually voted on. And that can cause problems down the road. The Idaho Supreme Court case we're talking about today involved a church that dismissed its pastor. The church's board of directors took the action after a closed-door meeting. But the problem was the board didn't follow the church's own procedures for removing a pastor. As a result, the Idaho Supreme Court ruled that the pastor's dismissal was invalid. That decision has implications for any church that hasn't formalized its governance practices. In fact, the court found that any action taken by the church affecting its governance since 1993, when it was incorporated, was void because it failed to follow its own rules and keep proper records. So why is this important? Why should churches take the time to formalize their governance practices? For one, it promotes trust among congregation members. When everyone knows how decisions are made, and when those decisions are made, it builds confidence in the leadership. Second, clear communication of governance practices strengthens community trust. By providing clear and accessible information about governance practices, churches can build trust and transparency among congregation members and other stakeholders. Third, consistency in governance builds confidence among congregation members. By following a consistent and predictable governance process, churches can build confidence among congregation members who know that decisions will be made in a fair and transparent manner. Fourth, documented procedures clarify roles and responsibilities within the church. By clearly outlining roles and responsibilities, churches can ensure that everyone is working together toward the common good and minimize confusion or conflict. Fifth, formal governance ensures transparency in decision-making. When governance practices are formal and transparent, it allows congregation members to have input into decisions that affect them. Sixth, formal decision-making processes enhance accountability within the church community. When decisions are made through a formal process, it creates a record of who made the decisions and why, which promotes accountability. Finally, engaging in formal governance practices reflects a commitment to ethical leadership. By adhering to best practices in governance, churches demonstrate a commitment to ethical and responsible leadership, which can inspire trust and confidence among congregation members. So for church leaders, don't take the easy way out. Don't skip the important steps in the process. Take the time to do it right. Your church will be stronger for it. We are 1618 Consulting, a church consulting company. And if your church needs help in this area, be sure to contact us. We would love to help you develop clear, biblically sound governance documents for your church. You can find us online at our website, www.1618consulting.com. Subscribe to our channel for more tips and tutorials. And be sure to visit our website for additional resources. Thanks for watching.